Alright guys, it's Saturday. Yay! Saturday, if you will. Sing Lai up there looking like a, look at that. Got her hoodie on. We just got back from the market to have a lot of goodies, as always, when we go there. Found out yesterday I had worked that my new classes under the new monetary rules that the director said we could implement start Sunday. I will have 4 hours from now on every Sunday. And for those 4 hours, he said right now he has 6 or 7 students that will be there. Of course, we're trying to get to the maximum of 20. He said the reason they were on Sunday is simply because the school is open. The school is open 5 hours, of course, Monday through Friday, and so they didn't have a spaces available for 4 hours worth of classes in one day. So they're opening it up on Sunday. Right now it'll be just English, so that'll be mine. And well, technically it's 3.5 hours, 7:30 to 11. 7:30 in the morning till 11. But still, getting paid per student per hour will make that totally worth it. I will have some other things I have to do. He said for tomorrow, he would appreciate it if I came up with my own lesson plans, things to discuss, activities, until they can get a book together to use as an overall curriculum. But that's no problem. Plus I'll have to take attendance now. It's my responsibility to find out who's there and who's not, and then report any absences to the school. They will then call the person and take care of the situation, or find out why they didn't show up. Things like that. So for the amount of money, that's absolutely no problem. I don't have an actual 4-hour lesson plan. I have a 4-hour class plan for like the businesses, for their employees, but that is centered more toward the service industry and terms and phrases on how to make them more productive and more effective for the business. So I'll have to work on that today. I can take some of the things I taught in those 4-hour classes earlier this week can apply to this class. But I'll come up with some activities, some more talking points. I'll find out where these first group of students are at, English speaking wise, and I can adjust my teaching accordingly. And that brings me to something I want to address. I don't know why, but there seems to be a renewed, vigorous online sarcasm and almost a hatred for people who teach English in places like Cambodia and Thailand, Malaysia, India. People go so far as whenever they use the word teacher, they put it in quotation marks and make some sarcastic comments, such as, oh, that's what we need, another teacher over in this part of the world. I don't think they quite understand that even though there are some people who do come over here and teach, there seems to be this thinking that anybody who speaks English can teach English. That is definitely incorrect. You need to know more than just speaking your native language, to be able to actually teach it in an effective way to other people. Teaching also has things that you wouldn't find in other jobs, and not just here, but also in the United States. How many teachers have to buy their own supplies for students? If they have a lesson plan, they can't use the school's resources. They have to go out and buy the items they need for an activity or something they have planned. They have to buy it themselves, make it themselves. And they do it because they like what they do. But yeah, so there's also the financial aspects when you're doing that. And of course, the fact that you're dealing with people who are all different, of course. No individuals are the same. Some will learn at a faster pace. Some you'll have to take your time with and explain things maybe multiple times or in different ways to get them to understand. And when you put those diverse groups of learners in the same class, you have to adjust yourself and adjust your plan so that each one can learn accordingly. You don't want the ones that are more advanced to feel left behind or bored, I should say. You don't want them to get bored because you're teaching the slightly slower learning ones something that they are well familiar with. But on the other hand, you don't want to go too fast for the more advanced learners and make the other ones feel stupid or like they haven't learned, so they might get the feeling of despair. They'll never catch up, that kind of feeling. So it's a balancing act. And you can have the most well thought out lesson plans in the world, have it timed perfectly for 1 hour exactly, and you're always going to have things come up that you might not expect. People will have questions, and if you didn't figure that in your lesson plan, you might not get through the whole thing. You should always have alternatives, is what I'm saying. Don't just write a lesson plan and try to force it on your students. You know what I mean? Like, it's not the amount they learn in each class. It's more important that what you do present to them, that they learn as best as they can. I'd rather have them learn only 2 words the whole hour, if that's what it takes, rather than 10 or 12 new words, if they're just going to learn to say them once and then never repeat it correctly again, or something like that. So yeah, I do get upset when I see people disparage the whole TEFL, teaching English overseas kind of thing. Like I said, there are people that come over here, they really don't care about the students. They're looking for an easy job to get some money. And there are people like that in any profession, though. You can't tell me not everybody who has a job everywhere in the world is so excited about their job, and that everybody is trying the very best they can, giving 110%, etc. You know, because that's not happening. But to disparage everybody that works in an industry based on the few that are only doing it just for a paycheck, that's wrong. And of course, it's online, and yeah, you just got a lot of bitter people who probably never accomplished much with their life, and they're a little jealous that somebody's doing something they actually want to do. But still, whenever somebody posts something on a forum or in a group, and they say something like, I'm going to be coming over in 2 months, and I want to get an English teaching job. Can somebody point me in the right direction? And then you read a comment like, oh, you're going to be a teacher, in quotation marks. Are you really qualified to be a teacher? Do you have a master's degree in education? And all these elitist comments. It does kind of make me mad, because they're just trying to discourage somebody from doing something that they want to do. So basically, I'm just venting, and I just want to say, don't be that person. Don't be that guy. Nobody likes that guy. But anyway, that's one of the things that are making me mad today. The thing is, now I will only get technically 1 day off per week with this new schedule, and I'm fine with that. But this will be the first time since I've been here that I've worked this much, because I will have classes, 1 hour classes next week, Monday through Thursday, resuming my regular, the ones I've set up online for individuals and small groups in my apartment. So I will be teaching every day at least 1 hour until Saturday, which I will have free, which is a lot better than working just 1 or 2 days and having the other 5 off, because I get really bored and antsy. And when I get that way, I usually go out and probably spend money I shouldn't be spending on things I probably don't need, just because I'm bored. So it's much better this way. Still haven't 100% decided on if I'm moving into the other apartment or not. There are a lot of good things about it, but man, I really don't like moving. It's like one of the worst experiences you can have. You have to pack up all your stuff and just take it somewhere else. And usually whenever I've had to do it, about halfway through, I've always thought, I could just stay here. Why am I doing this to myself? But luckily, I don't have a lot of stuff. So maybe this time it won't be so bad. It is a pretty good deal. Still in the same area. We're friends with the person that owns the building, so there shouldn't be any landlord issues. They're really nice people. I have to make my decision here in about a week, so I will let you know. Hey, that's it for now. I'll talk to you guys later. Alright guys, it's now Sunday afternoon. I had my first 4-hour class for Sunday. Everything went well. There weren't 6 people there though, there was only 3. But this is the first week, and I'm sure we'll get more in due time. I was wrong about the time also. It was not 7:30 to 11, it was 7:30 to 11:30. So the 4 hours was indeed correct. I just thought I would correct myself. But everything went well. They were eager to learn. I gave them a 10-minute break at 9 o'clock. Told them to stand up, go outside, stretch, get something to drink. I just don't want them to be too bored sitting in one place for 4 hours, you know. And I was allowed to do that. So it worked out just fine. Couldn't find a marker when I got there though. The school was not open like normal hours on Sunday. So there was nobody at the front desk to, there's usually some women that work at the front desk, some young ladies, and before each class I always ask them, can I please get a marker? Then they give it to me after class. I of course give it back in case somebody else needs it. But the day there was nobody there, I couldn't find a marker, so the lady that runs a little store right next door, she went in there and found me one. So we were good to go. But I wanted to tell you about one of my new favorite things right down here. Oh yeah. This fried doughy goodness. I just call it fried bread, fried dough, whatever you want to call it. It's great. So you got your little sauces. It's only $1. You get two of these bad boys. And of course you can see them frying up. The press right there. That one right there, yep. You get 2 of those. 2 of the other ones for just $1. I think that's a great deal. I had it for the first time yesterday. We just stopped here on a whim. And man, that is some good stuff. The bread is nice and fluffy and tender. And if you're not into carbs, of course it would not be your thing, but I don't care about any of that. And I couldn't believe how much you got for $1. It was very, very delicious also. I did not try it with a sauce because I liked it the way it was, but I might have some sauce today. They're not too sweet at all for me. They're just that it's that right amount of savory and sweetness that I like. It hits my sweet spot is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, tomorrow and the rest of the week through Thursday, I'll have my 1-hour class in the morning, and then I'm free until next Friday. Hopefully we can start filling up some more classes, get some more hours at work. That would suit me fine. Yeah, I don't get down this road too much downtown, but I do love the architecture. Part French colonial, part Khmer architecture. Mix of the two. Very nice. Anyway, that'll do it for this one. I just wanted to let you guys know how it went. And of course, I will keep you updated on any changes that may occur. Have a good weekend. I'll talk to you in the next one.